1.5 million homes are on the way to make your housing cheaper, easier. Or is it? We're going to be getting into that today. This is what Doug Ford is promising over the next, not year, but 10 years. He is promising it. Let's get right into the article of the day. All right, you guys, if we take a look at the article I wanted to bring up for you, this is just on the Financial Post. Ontario announces a quote unquote bold new plan to meet targets of building 1.5 million homes. Now, that sounds really, really good. Canada's in a massive housing crunch. So 1.5 sounds good. Now, this is what they're saying is they want to attack the supply shortage and affordability crisis. They want to cut development costs and allow property owners to build up to 3 residential units on a single lot without a bylaw amendment. Now, that is quite large, actually, if we think about that, because you guys, even now we have to follow bylaws even to have a basement suite. So to be allowing people to put 3 units in the home, I have to tell you, this is going to happen a lot. Now, does it help? Yes, in a way. So remember the way that it is done today. The way it is done today is if you have a single family home, you have to apply to put a unit in your basement. If you apply to put in a unit in the basement, the city will come sign off on it. And it really, really depends on the situation. But a lot of the times the city will say, now that it is considered a duplex or a triplex, whatever it will be, we now are making it a triplex. You can never make it one unit again. You have to sign away your right ever to have it go back to a single family dwelling. So that doesn't help you out in a city where the number of single family dwellings is going down and the demand is going up. They're going to become even more and more valuable. Remember, there is thousands of companies that are out there that are flipping properties in all the cities. So this is going to happen more and more and more dense. And the majority of these properties make all their parking street parking. So we could see other problems coming down the pipe. I mean, it's already been happening for many, many years. So I think that 3 units is going to change a lot of things because it's just going to go crazy how many homes are being purchased and split into 3. They're also going to be supporting greater density near transit. This is a very, very popular one, density near transit, because if you go up the CN Tower, so in Canada, in Toronto, there's this tall tower, was the tallest structure on earth until the Burj Dubai opened. But that tall tower, if you go up to the top, up the elevator, it costs like $50 or something to go up it. But if you go up to the top, you can actually see the entire subway station, all the lines. If you go right up to the top, there'll be like flat homes and then a station and a million towers around it, and then flat homes, and the next station, a million towers all the way around it. So you could see these cluster of towers along all the lines, and they're going to be increasing that, making it even more dense in those areas. Now, remember, if they put 3 units in the homes, a lot of people will buy the home, live in one unit, and put another unit upstairs and down. Now, they are supposed to go get some type of zoning for it. If they don't get zoning, they wouldn't do it, right? Quote unquote. But the majority of basement units today, almost all the homes have them. They're all rented out. They don't usually get that tax money. Like the city doesn't collect greater tax money because they haven't had their property reevaluated. One. Number 2, is that the money that they take in and rent it, they're normally taking in cash. So it never gets back into the system. No taxes are ever paid on it. So there's even more money. Some estimates say that more money goes underground in the black market than it actually is the number of people paying taxes. So the economy might be double the size than most people think because there's so much cash transactions that are taking on. All right, you guys. So if we continue on, they're saying these proposals want to get 1.5 million homes. The city of Toronto is targeting 285,000 homes within 10 years. Mississauga, 161,000. Oh, no, sorry, that's Ottawa. Mississauga, 120,000. Brampton, 113,000 homes. This is a lot of different homes that they want to build. Okay. Now they want to override these municipal zoning laws. So there is going to be a lot of a fight that is out there because you ever see those cop movies when there's a cop in there and then the FBI shows up. He goes, "This is my jurisdiction." And they go, "Well, this is my jurisdiction." And then DA shows up and it's all like a giant, what do they call that? A giant pissing contest, something like that. Everyone is vying for this. So this is the same thing. If the massive provincial guy, who's the equivalent of a state governor in the United States, says something, well, the cities have something to say for it. The counties have something to say about it. The mayors have something to say about it. So this could get tied up in court. We don't know how that's going to end up. But the overall arching thing here, 1.5 million homes sounds amazing. But wait, how much do we build already? Where are we already? Because we already did a couple videos on that the federal guy, the equivalent of our president, the prime minister, he said, we're going to build 1 million homes in the next 4 years. Okay. But Canada already builds 250,000 homes a year. So what he's promising is we're not going to do any better. Isn't that funny how we can swing statistics, right? We're not going to do anything different. I don't think he would have won on that platform. All right. So let's take a look. What does Ontario actually produce right now as far as a number of homes? So this is what's interesting to me. Do you see in 2011, I don't know, 60,000, 70,000, 60, 70, 70. Now, once we got after the massive shutdowns in 2020 and 2021, you would have expected way lower on the number of homes being built. Oh my goodness. Look at that. 81,000 in 2020. When nobody could get any lumber, nobody could get any land, nobody could get dishwashers, nothing. They were able to build record 81,000. And then 2021, 99,000. Woo! 99,000, man. That is incredible. Okay, so that is, we're going up. It's just good. But just do some math with me. 99,000 in a year, 10 years is 1 million. So he's only going to 1.5. That's not going to change things very much. We're short 1 million homes today. So we got a lot of issues, right, with housing. We got a lot of issues for sure. Now, what is going to be the big things at play? Now, of course, there has been vilified a lot of foreign buyers buying properties. And don't get me wrong, there is a lot of them that come and buy properties here. So they're trying to do things. They did up the tax on foreign buyers from 20 to 25%. Yes, there's not a lot of them anyway out there. Most of the people who are buying properties here have a brother or a cousin, a kid that lives here, and so they just have them buy it for them. So it's not going to change the market at all. You're not going to notice anything. Number two is the units that are here, they are vacant. A lot of the units, it makes sense, right? Because if you can make 15% a year on your purchase, why would I rent it out for 2.5% gain? Right? It's not worth the headache. They could wreck my place and I have to get property management, which costs all the profit anyway. So there's no point for a lot of these foreigners actually to rent out the units. They'd rather them sit empty. So there are hundreds of thousands of empty units in Toronto itself. Now, how do we get over that? They have a vacancy tax they want people to pay. It's a voluntary tax, though, so not very many foreigners are volunteering to pay extra money out of their pockets. So that's a problem too. We also have massive immigration that is coming into the country. We're setting record after record for the amount of immigrants that they're allowing into the country. They're coming in and there's no homes. So the demand is insatiable right now for housing. And I don't know what they're going to do. Remember, Canada is short about 1 million homes today, but the United States is short like 5-6 million homes. Depends who you ask, but a lot. So we need to be able to solve these issues today. And the homes that we've been building since 2007, 8, 9, since the GFC has all been medium and high-end homes. Hardly any starter homes. So starter homes are going up and up and up at the fastest rate. As the expensive homes are coming down, we call that band squashing because we used to have homes in this price range and now homes are only in this price range. The cheap homes become expensive. The expensive homes become cheap. All right, you guys. Hopefully this demystified a couple of the things for you. Now, we just had the interest rate hike go up for Canada, up another 0.5%. We were expecting 0.75%. So half is there. And again, the United States is going to be reporting theirs next week. But remember, Canada is 6 weeks behind. The world kind of waits and watches what happens in the United States first, and then everyone else copies them. So this rate that we just had is in response to the last one the US had. So now we're going to have this benefit. Once we see what the US does, we have a 6 weeks lag time before we actually see what's going to come down the pipeline for us. We're expecting them to have another 0.75% increase next week. I think Canada is going to follow the same. And let's see where it is. Now, they're going to keep at this until they flush out a lot of the money out of the system through quantitative tightening as well. So stay tuned. I always say what's going to happen over the next 2 years is going to dictate the next 20 years of your life. I want you to be ready, and we are going to find some amazing real estate deals for all of us. I can't wait. I'm so excited for it. Been waiting for it for a long time. This is our opportunity. Best time to open businesses, best time to buy rental properties, best time to buy stocks is when the blood is on the streets. And so we want to be there and be available. So this is what we have to do. And if you know anybody that this could help, just send it to one person. It would really help me out a lot. Please subscribe to this. Please like this and stick around if you can in the future and join us on the next video. Love you guys. Have a good night. Thanks so much for sticking around. If you like that video, you might like this one and maybe something like that.